Right, Mark, if we look at the 125 class, in position number 1, it's number 3, Blair Morgan on his Kawasaki. In position number 2, it's rider number 5, Darcy Lang. And in position number 3, it's number 26, Doug DeHaan, also on his Kawasaki.
Now, Ross, if we have a look at the standings for the 250, Doug DeHaan, Blair Morgan, and Darcy Lang, 3 Kawasaki's in the top 5.
That's right, and then rounding out the 4th and 5th position is Brett DeVries, number 14, on his Yamaha, and in 5th place we have Jean-Sébastien Roy.
You're watching the Snapple Canadian National Motocross Championships.
Welcome back to the Snapple Canadian National Motocross Championships. Our riders are in the gate right now. Looks like the 30-second board is up. And before we get to the first moto of the day, we're going to have a quick peek with the Ross Peterson track tip.
Well, we're here at Oje-Bougoumon, Quebec. This is considered one of the toughest tracks on the circuit. It's a very fast track, wide, with plenty of opportunity to pass on. The twist here, however, is it's a sand-based track. This track will start off in practice as smooth as glass, much like a road race track, but by midday will be littered with bomb holes and ruts that are 3 and 4 feet deep. This is where the experienced, savvy rider will accelerate. He'll pick lines throughout the moto. Sometimes changing lines mid-moto is to conserve his body and machine for the late-day race charges. That's my track tip, and I'm Ross Peterson.
Here we go. First 125 of the afternoon. 5-second board is up and they're off. Ross, here we go. Heading into the first turn. Let's see who gets the whole shot.
Looks like Lange out front there. It is Darcy Lange.
We saw some great things from him last week in Moncton, and it looks like he's continuing on into Oje-Bougoumon. Look at this sand track. I tell you what, Ross, this is a very interesting course for these riders. This is the first time we've had a national race here, and they said it was going to be a sand track. It is a sand track. It's like a big beach out here.
Oh, it's going to be littered with bomb holes and ruts here in short order. Huge jumps on this track. Lange just already pulling about a 6-7 bike length lead here. Oh, a little swap there.
One of the things to keep in mind with the sand track is that it's very loose, and you've already seen the riders where we've seen Darcy Lang in here lose a little bit of control coming into some of that soft stuff. Look at this, Doug DeHaan on the outside. Does he have Lange? No, Lange sticks him on the inside. Pair of Kawasaki's battling it out early in this race. There's a shot of number 15, Ross Chad Fleck, who looks like he might be out of the race. We haven't got word on what the problem is with his bike. No, he looks like he's back in, but he's going to be way back in the pack.
We've got Lange in first place, and second place is Doug DeHaan, and in third place is Ryan Gauld on his Yamaha.
And we're back with our leader, number 5, Darcy Lange. Look at that big tabletop right in the middle of the track here. What a spectator favorite that one's going to be, Ross.
Big air there, unbelievable. Lange seems to have pulled it out over DeHaan again. It wasn't a couple laps ago that Lange was looking back around this big sweeper, looking right over at DeHaan there as DeHaan was trying to make a move on the inside of him. He seems to have everything under control now, though.
Very interesting shot of this track, Ross. It looks to me like it's going to rut up really bad because the sand is so soft and these bikes are so powerful coming in. They're really going to carve out some big ruts.
Well, that's right. As I said earlier, this track starts off in practice as smooth as glass, and here it's already in the first moto of the day, and it's already, as you can see, getting rough and choppy.
There we have a shot of number 17, Bart Stevenson on the Blackfoot Yamaha, followed very closely by number 3, Blair Morgan. Looks like Morgan on the outside. It looks like he has Stevenson. Let's see if Stevenson can pull him on. Sweep to the inside. Stevenson. No, Morgan has him. That's fantastic riding, Blair Morgan. That just moved him into 4th place, Ross. Here we are back with the battle for first place. Right now, currently in first is number 5, Darcy Lang, followed what looks to be like only 1 or 2 seconds behind is number 26, Doug DeHaan on the 2-wheel Pro-Action Kawasaki. Doug has made up a little bit of ground here, Ross, and this is posing an interesting battle.
No, absolutely. DeHaan has closed the gap on Lange for sure. You see the blue flag out there. That's for the lappers there. They're starting to get signaled that they're getting lapped by the fastest riders.
Look at this. Look at Doug DeHaan. He just had that big tabletop. Came right down. He has closed the gap on number 5, Darcy Lange.
You see the two different lines they were choosing down that straightaway, but DeHaan cut back in on the inside where Morgan was been taking that outside line into that turn, and here's DeHaan around the outside again here. Lange looking over again. I don't know why he keeps looking. He should be looking ahead what's in front of him on the track, not what's beside him or who's passing. He knows DeHaan's there. He better start picking up the pace here and worry about what's in front of him, not who's beside him or who's attempting to make a pass. We have a downed rider, number 69, Sean McDougall, on his Clearbrook Yamaha. He's gone down somewhere along the line here on the course. Looked like his cartwheeled it coming into the corner. You can see his jersey there on one arm is pulled up. Looks like he's let the front end wash out on him.
And we're back with our leader, number 5, Darcy Lange.
What I do notice about Lange, though, is he's not changing his lines on the track at all. He's not experimenting to see if there's any other faster lines. He's got that one line, and he's sticking with it all the way around. And that's maybe a little bit of a sign of inexperience there. What he's going to do.
The high took him on the inside, Ross. Just what you were talking about. Rough in the middle, maybe staying on the same line. Look at that. Doug DeHaan just took him on the inside. You're watching the Snapple Canadian National Motocross Championships. We'll be right back with the conclusion of this exciting race. Welcome back to the Snapple Canadian National Motocross Championships. Here we are in our first 125 moto of the afternoon, Oje-Bougoumon, Quebec. Ross, this is the best battle we've had for first place in any race so far yet this season. We've got in first place right now, number 26, Doug DeHaan on the Kawasaki. In second place, number 5, Darcy Lange on the Kawasaki. And look at this, Morgan is right now in the mix. He's made up some ground, and he is in third place. Every one of these riders right now could take the checkered flag. This is incredible racing.
Well, watch Morgan. He's got the most experience out of these three guys, and he's taking the different lines. He's taking those outside lines and crossing as he's coming into the corner and going to the inside. He's really varying his lines, and you can see the experience. And with that, he's going to be saving that energy by riding them smooth lines, and he will have a little more stamina at the end of the race. There's no doubt about it.
Here we are back with our leader, number 26, Doug DeHaan on the two-wheel Pro Action Kawasaki 125. Really putting it together. I think he's riding probably the best race that we've seen him in so far this season. A very tactical race where he was in second place, showed some good offense, waited for the right opportunity, and then he passed Lange. A fantastic ride for him.
Morgan's passed Lange for second spot out there. Morgan got him in the back section of the track. It looks like Lange is tiring a little bit, and I can see why. He looks like he's riding the roughest line on the track out there. It may have been the fastest line in practice, no doubt, but he hasn't changed it a bit, and that is putting the fatigue on his body, and you can see here in the late stages of the race that he's tiring a little bit and has dropped from that number 1 spot to the number 3. And you can see the experienced rider Morgan riding the smooth lines has come from the back of the pack and is now moving in on DeHaan to make that first place pass on him and see if he can make it stick.
Here we are with number 10, Jason Thorne, who's currently in 4th place. This is Jason's best positioning so far this year. I talked to him early this morning. He said he really likes this track. It's sort of built for his style. That's fast, aggressive, a lot of jumps. Here we are back with our leader, number 26, Doug DeHaan on the two-wheel Pro Action Kawasaki, followed very closely by number 3, Blair Morgan. What a race we have on our hands for first place. It's been an incredible battle all race long.
He's still got a few corners to go, though. He hasn't got it yet, but he's looking strong and looking confident. I think he can keep it together.
Well, you make a good point, Ross. We saw what happened to Darcy Lange a couple of laps back. He just got caught up with the loose end and threw the bike off the side, and Doug DeHaan was able to pass it. So DeHaan's going to have to concentrate all the way to the checkered flag. I'm not sure if Morgan's going to make a pass here. You'd think that Blair Morgan's going to make a charge in that last section. And there you have it, taking the first 125 of the afternoon, number 26, Doug DeHaan, who, by the way, that's his first moto win since Overton in 1997, so he's going to have to be happy with that one.
Yeah, that's going to make him tough to beat here. These next 3 motos, that'll boost his confidence huge.
As we prepare for the first 250 of the afternoon, Ross, why don't we have a look at the race results from the first 125?
Oh, incredible. DeHaan, he seemed to run away with that race until Morgan started catching up to him there to finish second. And how about Lange?
Well, this is the thing, Ross. We're looking at the top 3, all Kawasaki's, but the thing that impressed me the most was number 17, Bart Stevenson. That's his first top 5 finish this season. He's got to be happy with that.
Excellent finish on that Blackfoot Yamaha. And what really impressed me also was Jason Thorne, number 10, finishing in 4th spot. Great finish for Jason.
I get into racing with, my father had a trail bike and I was doing some trail with him. I bought my own XR80 like in 82, I think, with all the money from Christmas. I was a lot into BMX and I pretty loved the sport, the motorsport. My sponsors are helping me pretty good this season. I'm still with Yamaha, Gregoire, and I got this year a good change. I got some good financial support with MCI and En Equilibre Snowboard Shop. To be a winner this season, I gotta get more concentration. I think I've been working a lot on this so far. Last season, that was my main problem. I had the good speed, but I had to do more concentration and to get the focus for the entire race.
We just received word that the 30-second board is up on this 250. First 250 of the day, second moto of the afternoon. As the riders prepare for the 5-second board, all last-second preparations are made. Concentrating, focusing, waiting for that gate to go down for the most important part of this race, which is the start, getting the hole shot and getting out in front. 5-second board is up and they're off and over the gate. Here we go, Ross, coming into the first turn. Who gets the hole shot?
Looks like number 28, Jay Whipple, with the hole shot. It sure is on his Yamaha.
Here we are with our leader, number 28, Jay Whipple. He gets the hole shot. He's out in front. It looks like he's followed by number 12. Is that Lance Ricard?
It is Lance Ricard on his Suzuki there. Looks real strong in second place there. You can see how rough the track is already here just after the support class rides on it.
Here we are with our leader, number 28. That's Jay Whipple on the Pacific Yamaha, who got the hole shot, is out in front. Earlier we stated it was number 12, Lance Ricard, who was in second place, but it looks as though the lead has changed, and it is number 20, Simon Oman.
No, it's number 20, Justin Huska on that Honda Oakley sponsored machine in second place. And in third, it looks like Doug DeHaan on his Kawasaki.
Here we are back with our leader, number 28. That's Jay Whipple. Gets the hole shot. He's out in front, running a nice race here. He's got about a 2-3-second lead on number 20, Justin Huska, another rider that we haven't seen in the top 5 yet this season, who had a great start. He's already passed number 12, Lance Ricard, second place, and it looks like, you're right, Ross, in third place, number 26, that's Doug DeHaan, the two-wheel pro action Kawasaki.
I think Justin Huska passed Lance Ricard somewhere in the back, but I don't even see Ricard in the top 10, so maybe he's crashed.
There goes
DeHaan.
There goes DeHaan on the inside. He's got Huska. Oh, look at DeHaan. Put the burners on. Let that wheelie go and tear it out. Okay, very interesting line coming in there. He squared up that corner in the loose end. That's something he's going to have to be careful about on this track, Ross.
That's right. You see how he lofts that front wheel and he carries it over all the bumps there. That saves his arms from a lot of fatigue.
Oh, look at this. Is that DeHaan on the inside? Oh, DeHaan goes outside, Whipple inside. Oh, and DeHaan takes him with a faster acceleration coming out of that corner. Now he's in first place. What a great pass for number 26, Doug DeHaan.
DeHaan isn't wasting any time. He's going to try and get away from the rest of the pack here. He knows these guys in front of him. He's able to get by him and get away from Morgan and Lange, who somewhere are buried in the pack. Here we've got Blair Morgan. He's currently sitting in 8th spot, following Jason Thorne, who's in 7th.
Well, that's not a great start for Blair Morgan. We've talked about this in the past. He's a stronger 250 rider, and I won't be surprised if we see him work his way through the pack and start pressing into the top 5. How about this, Ross? There's number 60, Jesse Wilson on the machine racing Yamaha. How about a familiar figure in the 250? This guy is in the top 10 on every single race. He's currently running him, and I tell you what, you know, this is amazing. He's got almost a specialist in the 250, Jesse Wilson.
Jesse's riding really well. He's running top 5 here right now, actually in 5th position. Looks strong. Let's see if he can sustain that 5th place and even move up a little bit here.
Here we have number 16. That's Chuck Mesley riding for Machine Racing Honda. Let's just have to check the leaderboard, see where he is right now. Currently in 4th spot. How about Chuck Mesley? What a fantastic start for him.
Actually, Mesley's moved himself into 3rd spot now. He's looking really strong right there. Great ride for Chuck. Followed very closely by Justin Huska on his Honda.
Here we have another young rider, number 6, Ryan Gold, the Machine Racing Yamaha, who once again is not having a terrific weekend. He got a great start in the first 125, but he's not in the top 10 now in this first 250, and he's going to have to put it all together if he wants to remain high in the standings and in the points.
We've got number 16 here, Chuck Mesley, following or passing here. It looks like a lap. No, that's Jay Whipple. He's moving up the pass. Oh, they tagged. He goes down. He knifed the front end down. Mesley caught Whipple's back wheel and went down in that turn. maybe trying a little bit too hard. Mesley's back up and running again. We'll see if he can make some time back up on Whipple.
It just goes to show you that this track is causing the riders a lot of problems. The sand is very loose in there, and as Ross was explaining earlier, the ruts have developed, and it's quite difficult to maintain your line if you're going to cross over. So you've got to really use the line correctly and stay with it.
We see Mesley's reeled in Husky now and looking for a way around him also. Mesley's riding well. Let's see if he can come back here. He's really attacking the track. He looks like he's trying to make his way around Dustin Husker right now. They're having a great battle. There's Morgan again. Look at Morgan. Do the rough stuff on the inside. Looks real strong and fluid.
This is the first 250 moto of the afternoon. We're at Oje-Bougoumon, Quebec, the third round of the Snapple Canadian National Motocross Championship. We are in the middle of the first 250 moto of the afternoon. We have an incredible race. Ross, we just got word from our lap counter. Blair Morgan is in second place. We just missed him on his last lap. So I'm just going to recount the top five for you. We've got DeHaan, Morgan, Whipple, and Thorne. And rounding in the top five is number 20, Justin Huska. Here we are back with that battle between Lockhart and Omens. Look at this. Ryan Lockhart on that Suzuki. He's really putting the test to Omens, but he seems to be handling this position quite well.
They're battling hard for 7th and 8th. What a great battle for Lockhart and Omens. They're really going neck to neck here.
There we have a shot at number 21. That's Simon Omens on the Honda Canada Michelin BZ bike. Really putting it together. Currently riding in 7th place, so this is a great spot for him. Followed closely by number 93, that's Ryan Lockhart on the Suzuki from down east. Good ride for him too. Look at how fast he's coming out of that corner. But Ross, we saw those bikes accelerating out of that corner and really bobbling. Like you said before, those bomb holes are really showing up.
And they're just getting rougher as each lap goes on. You get 45 bikes going around there, and those holes, they just keep rougher and rougher. Did you see Homans fly off that jump? He's landing 30, 40 feet farther than young Ryan Lockhart there. Really picking up the air time, letting himself air out up there and relax. And that's those long air times there give you a little bit of a breather there.
Look at that. Simon Omens and Jesse Wilson are battling for 6th place. I think Omens has him. He did. He took the inside line. Omens now has 6th. Wilson is back in 7th. And Lockhart is in 8th. Whoa, what a great battle. Let's see if Wilson can go and take Omens on the outside. Holman on the inside, Wilson on the outside over the whip section through the back. Holman with oh, look at that incredible burst of speed. I thought Wilson was going to be able to take him on that whip, but Holman's had a great line there. Here we are back with our leader, number 26, Doug DeHaan on the two-wheel Pro Action Kawasaki. Ross, we've talked about this before, and you mentioned that you think that Doug DeHaan is the rider that's in the best shape. It really shows here, especially on a difficult track like this. The rider who is in the best shape is able to maintain his focus and his concentration on a rough track like this. Look at Doug DeHaan. He's even got what it takes to be a showman coming through the big tabletop in front of the crowd.
Well, he's having fun out there. He's relaxed. He's got a big lead. He's checking out the track, choosing his smooth lines. You see how he squared there? He came in on the inside, squared the corner. He's riding the smooth lines, and he's having some fun out there.
He's held the lead since the second lap of the race, and here he goes. He gets the checkered flag, number 26, Doug DeHaan, taking the first 250 moto of the afternoon on a fantastic run, and there you have it. As we get ready for the next 125 moto of the afternoon, Ross, let's have a look at the standings from the first 250.
Well, we had DeHaan. He ran away with that number 1 spot there. He got out front and just wheelied away from the pack. And, you know, what a great ride for Morgan, who, you know, came up and finished second. He came from a mid-pack start and came through the pack. And then I can't say enough about Jay Whipple. What a great ride for Jay.
And I'm very impressed with the fact that Jason Thorne finished 4th. How about Simon Omens? He took the 5th spot. Great ride for him.
Great ride for Homans.
With a little bit of insight on that last 250, let's go down trackside with Brett Lee.
I'm down here with double moto winner Doug DeHaan. And Doug, you and I were talking before the race, and you said in that first 125 you let the moto come to you, but in that 250 race you went after it right away.
Yeah, I got a pretty good start again, and I seen like 2 or 3 guys in front of me, and I just wanted to get around them really quick and pull a lead because I knew Darcy and Blair were ahead of me. So I just wanted to get around those guys and pull as big a lead as I could, and it went my way.
I know the track's getting real rough and a lot of sand's flying around there. How important is it to get out early?
Really important. I mean, the sand gets in your face and you can't see where you're going, and a lot of people are swapping out and crashing, so it keeps you out of a lot of trouble, and hopefully I'll do the same thing this moto.
All right, 2 down, 2 to go. Let's see how he does the rest of the day.
Second 125 moto is up. Riders are on the line. 30-second board is up. The anticipation is building, Ross. I tell you, this is a very important race today.
It's going to be tough out there, Mark.
I think it's going to be tough too. The weather looks like it's getting hotter in the 5. Then the gate drops and they're off. Let's see what's going to happen in that first turn. Who's going to get the whole shot?
Morgan.
Oh, nice start all around. I saw Jason Thorne up there in the mix. As the riders round the...
There's a Kawasaki down in the first turn. There's a bit of a pile-up.
Big dump out there. Look at this. What do we got? We got a couple riders down.
Darcy Lange down.
Darcy Lange is down. Jason Thorne is down. That was Alex Langevin in the mix. Oh, that is not a good start for Jason Thorne. He got a really good start coming into the hole and dumped his bike bad. He's in last place right now.
Morgan out front in second spot. It looks like Ryan Gauld on his Yamaha.
Blair Morgan out in front, followed, I would say originally was closely by number 6, Ryan Gauld, but it looks like Blair has opened up. Oh, there goes Ryan right there, right now. He's about 4 or 5 seconds behind him. I would say in that last 250 moto, we saw more crashes in one race than we've seen all season.
Oh, absolutely. The track's just gnarly out there. Like I say, midday now, it's full of bomb holes and ruts out there that are 3 and 4 feet deep.
We'll have to keep our eyes open for number 26, Doug DeHaan. Is that DeHaan right there?
That's
yes, it is.
DeHaan right there in Whipple.
He's working on Whipple. He just took Whipple on the outside. How about that slower bike that just caused Whipple to stall out?
That looked like Ryan Gauld, that slower bike there. It appeared to be a number 6 on that number plate. It could have been Gauld. DeHaan by Whipple there.
Ross, just checking our lap scores. I think you're right because Whipple was riding in 3rd place right behind number 6, Ryan Gauld, who was followed by Doug DeHaan in 4th place. So I think you're right. I think Ryan might have gone down.
Here's a great battle shaping up between Whipple and Stevenson. Look at the different lines. Good line for Bart Stevenson there, really using his head there, taking that inside. Remember the old saying, if you're following, you ain't passing, and that's a great move by Bart Stevenson on that Blackfoot Yamaha.
There we have number 9, Linus Lansky, who's just dumped his bike, Ross.
Yes, so Lansky's down there in one of the turns there. It looked like he lost his front end there coming into the turn and went down. So we've got a big battle shaping up between Mesley and Whipple, and it looks like almost like a repeat of that first 250 moto there where they got together and were battling, and actually Mesley came out on the loser's end of that one as he ran into the back of Whipple's bike and went down. Here he's starting to think and use some different lines here in order to try and get around him. You see Mesley on the outside on that smoother, faster line, and in the sand you got to keep your momentum up. There he goes. He's going by Whipple right now. Good move for Mesley.
A terrific pass for number 16, Chuck Mesley. Sorry, in the Machine Racing Honda there, Ross. Just like you said, you saw Whipple get caught up in those bomb holes. If you're not going to handle those bomb holes right, they're going to really slow you down.
That's right. Here's a battle shaping up between Ryan Gauld and Jay Whipple on the 2 Yamahas.
Now, I'm quite surprised, Ross. Jay Whipple has had a very strong last couple of weeks, and even into the start of this race, he started the race fine, but he's just lost 3 spots in the last couple of laps.
Well, it doesn't take much out there. You know, this track is so gnarly right now that all you got to do is bobble a couple times and you lose 2-3 seconds a lap, and if the guy has a hot lap behind you, he'll pass you. There's no doubt about it. These guys are really battling hard between 3rd and 7th spot. The battle is becoming really tight. And actually, Lange has moved up into 8th spot here. What a great ride from dead last to 8th already. And looks like Lange has got Whipple back there. He's moving in on either Gauld or Stevenson, whoever's next in his sights. They look like they were both side by side down that straightaway.
Ross, I was talking to Chuck Mesley after the first 250. He stated to me that he felt really good out there, that he was really fast, but that he just had to focus on his control, and that was the reason why he dumped his bike twice. But look at this, we got a couple of Machine Racing bikes going together. Is that number 6, Ryan Gauld? It is.
And look at Lange on the outside there. Is he on the gas here? He's come from dead last and caught up to these guys. He's really performing here.
What a terrific battle we have right now for 4th spot. We've got Chuck Mesley in 4th. We've got Gauld in 5th. And we've got Jay Whipple. No, sorry, that's number 5, Darcy Lange in 6th place. What a great race, Ross.
Well, it sure is. It's too bad that Lange messed up there on the start. It would have been nice to see him battle with Morgan for that premier position there because he certainly got the speed. Look at Mesley was the fastest there out of the 6 of them, and look at Lange just caught him and blowing by Mesley there. Unbelievable for that young fella out of BC.
So some important point spots up for grabs right now. Darcy Lang and Chuck Mesley battling.
And Mesley ain't giving up here. He's a scrapper. He's going for it here. He isn't just going to let Lange walk away on him here.
And the battle rages on for 4th spot as number 5, Darcy Lang, just overtook number 16, Chuck Mesley, for 4th spot, but Mesley is not giving up. He is battling it all the way to the end and staying close to him, picking a nice line. Let's see how they handle it. Just hit that big tabletop. Coming into the big U-turn up at the top of the hill. Nice line by Darcy Lange.
Interesting to see the lines that these guys are taking here. Lange seems to be sticking to that inside line, which is a little rougher, and you know, that experience that he doesn't have is starting to show here. He's definitely riding faster than these guys, but he's also riding the toughest part of the track, and you can see right there how that 125 bogged down in those deep bomb holes there.
You're watching the second 125 Moto of the Afternoon, live from Oje-Bougoumon Park in northern Quebec. Welcome back to the Snapple Canadian National Motocross Championships. We're live at Oje-Bougoumon Park for the 3rd stop of this national series. We're into the second 125 of the afternoon. We currently have Blair Morgan out in front, followed by DeHaan. Then we have Darcy Lange, Huska, and Mesley rounding out the top 5. Here we are back with our leader, number 3, Blair Morgan, on the 2-wheel Pro Action Kawasaki, out in front and really working hard here. Followed closely by number 26. There he is, Mitchell Cook, number 85. He just dumped the bike. Looks like he might have some mechanical problems. Let's see if he's going to get that bike off the track.
Here you got Morgan here riding. He's searching for those smooth lines. You see how he's riding right on the edge of the track, looking for that smooth line. It's actually getting tough to find one nowadays.
Here we are with the number 5 bike, the Richmond Motorsport Kawasaki, Darcy Lange, who right now is in 5th spot. How about that, Ross? He's made an incredible run from being in last place in that bobble on the first turn. Now he's in 5th place. Or 4th place, sorry.
That's unbelievable. From dead last to 4th, that's got to be putting some wear and tear on that young guy's body. But what's unbelievable is Mesley is the scrapper. He ain't giving up here at all. Just because this Lange kid is past him there, that doesn't mean he's going to let him sneak away on him. He's going to put up a fight there, dog eat dog, right to the end here. And Mesley's on the gas, and he isn't giving up here. Look at him here.
Ross, did you see Darcy Lange turn his head on that last big jump just to see where Mesley was? He's seen the fender. I think he's seen the fender, Ross.
You see Mesley, how he went on the outside there, and Lange, the young guy with the less experience, was on the inside there and through the rough stuff. And that, you're right, I did see that. That's really a problem for Darcy. He's got to stop watching what's happening behind him. He's got to concentrate and focus on catching the guy ahead of him and forgetting about the guy behind him. The more you think about what the guy's going on behind you, the less likely you are to catch the guy out front. And you saw him again there, look back one more time.
Well, Ross, as you're watching Darcy Lang and you know some of the technical, Ross, as you're watching number 5 Darcy Lang and you're pointing out some of the technical difficulties he might be having out there, when should a rider look to defend?
Well, you know, there is the instance when you do look back, if you're going to take a different line and you just want to make sure the guy behind you isn't close enough that he can block past you. And that's a time when you want to look back, but you don't want to be looking back all the way around the track. You want to try these lines here when you get far enough ahead, and if he concentrates and just rides smooth and smart here and attacks the guy in the 3rd position and tries to catch up to him like he is here catching up to Huska. Here he's passing Huska right now. He's moved in on him. See, if he keeps working on him, he doesn't have to worry. And as you can see, he's already pulled about 3 bike rides on Mesley just by starting to chase and think about what's going on ahead of him. Here we got Marty Madsen out of Okotoks, Alberta on that Blackfoot Kawasaki. Marty's really having a tough time on this 250. He's a small guy. He's about 130 pounds. Soaking wet, and he's having a real tough time on this big gnarly track, but he is putting up a fight with Whipple there. Whipple looks like he's came up and lapped Marty.
As we watch Blair Morgan round the corner, he's heading into the final throws of his last lap. Checking it out for the crowd there on that one double jump around the Suzuki banner. Left turn coming in. The checkered flag, Blair Morgan coming up in. Blair Morgan takes the checkered flag for the second 125 Moto of the Afternoon. As we prepare for the 4th and final Moto of the Afternoon, Ross, let's have a look at the race results from the second 125.
We have number 3, Blair Morgan out of Saskatchewan. In the second position, it's number 26, Doug DeHaan on a Kawasaki out of Ontario. And in third position, we have number 5, Darcy Lang out of British Columbia.
I got into racing because a friend of mine at school told me about it, and I went to the track with him and really liked it and asked my parents if I could race. My sponsors have been great this year. Richmond Motorsport, Two-Trick helped me out a lot this year. Kawasaki, Bondi engines have all been great. I wouldn't be able to do it without them. This year to be a winner, it's a long series. I know I got the speed to win. I just need to stay focused and be consistent.
As the riders wait for the 5-second board, going through their final pre-race mental checks. 5-second board is up and the gate is down, Ross. Here we go, final race of the day. Let's see who gets the hole shot. Working in, who's in there? 28, Whipple. We've got Mesley. Oh, big cloud of dust. Out in front right now is Chuck Mesley. Looks like he got the hole shot. Following closely behind, looks like number 28, Whipple. Hard
Looks
to
like
see.
Doug DeHaan in second place on his Kawasaki. He was off to a good start. And there's Darcy Lange buried in the pack again. We got Mesley up front, Whipple second.
Looks like we got Morgan and DeHaan as well. So
Third
right,
and fourth, yes.
all right, let's set it up for you. In first place right now, number 16, Chuck Mesley on the Machine Racing Honda. Followed by number 28, Jay Whipple on the Pacific Yamaha. Then we have Doug DeHaan in third place and Blair Morgan in fourth. And how about that in fifth place right now? We got number
DeHaan
37.
looks like he's making a move on Mesley. Yes, he does. He does get him on the inside. Oh, Mesley just tries to block him back, but he couldn't make it stick. DeHaan's in first here, Mesley second, Whipple third.
Some great racing by Doug DeHaan right out of the gate in the first lap, and he just takes control of this race. Now, Ross, he won the first 250 heat of this day, the first 250 moto, rather.
Yes, he did. He looked real strong in that first moto, and he looks like he's going to repeat this second moto. But I think if Morgan's got something to say about it back and forth, he'll push hard and try and catch up to him here. We'll see if Blair's in shape or not here.
So our battle for first place is really heating up.
DeHaan looks great out there. He's already pulled a couple bike lengths on Mesley, and he's just flying out there. Morgan hasn't seemed to make it by Whipple yet back in fourth for that third place position, and we'll see what he's made out of here. DeHaan looks really fluid and smooth in this sand. He's off to a great start.
We've got a terrific battle here. First 4 spots. Oh, nice! Look at that nice air by Doug DeHaan on the big tabletop in front of the spectators. Great jump. Well, Ross, this really has set up as the day of the Kawasaki, and especially when we're talking about the two-wheel pro action team. Ron Ashley must be going through the roof. He's got racers in 1 and 2 spots here, and that's the way it's been for every single moto.
Yeah, these Kawasaki's are really shining here on the sand track, and the riders are also. They're just outperforming everybody out there. Whipple's looking pretty strong on that Pacific Yamaha. He's been consistent all day and has had some great results, but he's not a match today for DeHaan or Morgan.
As we look at our race leader, number 26, Doug DeHaan. Ross, maybe you can give us a rundown. Who's in the top 5?
Well, top 5 is DeHaan, Morgan, Whipple, Mesley, and number 37 rounding out the top 5 is Lee Coots on his Kawasaki.
How about that, Lee Coots? That's the first time we've seen him in the top 10. How about that?
Wow, yeah, he's running real strong. He got a great start there right off the start, and he seems to be holding that position. Good ride for Lee.
Where Ross, it really comes to show you how. Oh, Chuck Mesley's down. He's not down, but his bike is stopped. He's back on it, hitting the double, and he's back in the race. We did not see what happened to him. Maybe he got caught up in some of the loose stuff on the side of the track.
Look at this battle shaping up. Morgan's closed the gap here on DeHaan. He's going to make DeHaan work for this one here. They're going to go all out tooth and nail here for the overall win here in this 250 moto here.
Now, Ross, they finished 1-2 in the first 250 of the afternoon. If Morgan passes him and takes first place, he will end up being the overall winner, like we just stated.
Yeah, that's right. That second moto is very important. They'll tie in points, but the winner of the second moto will take the overall. And Morgan looks to be wanting to do this bad. Wow, look at that. He just reeled him in there. We'll watch the different lines these guys are taking here. This will be real interesting to see what happens. You see how Morgan was on the outside, crossed to the inside, back on the outside now. Wow, look at this. He's around him on the outside. See, DeHaan got behind that lapper, and Morgan's out front on that fast outside line. He took a longer line around the outside, but it was smoother and faster, and he made that baby stick.
Wow, Blair Morgan, really aggressive riding. It almost looked like he forced Doug DeHaan to take the inside, so that slower bike slowed him down, and he was able to pass him. What a great play that was.
There you go again. Lange on that inside rough line. He just doesn't seem to get it. That if he moved over about 4 feet, it would be a lot smoother. He just keeps pounding himself through there. That's got to be putting a lot of wear and tear on his body and on his suspension.
You're watching the second 125 Moto of the afternoon, live from Oje-Bougoumon Park in northern Quebec. Welcome back to the Snapple Canadian National Motocross Championships. I'm Mark Travers with my co-host Ross Peterson. You gotta believe that this is exciting racing. And we're back with our leader, number 3, Blair Morgan, riding for two-wheel Pro Action Kawasaki. Really handling that bike well. We're back to number 28, Jay Whipple, in 4th place, followed by number 16, Chuck Mesley. So it looks like Whipple's made the pass on Mesley, and he's putting him to task. But Mesley is not giving up. He's really battling well here. Whipple on the inside, followed closely by Mesley. Mesley looks like he's got a fast lineup, but no, Whipple puts the block on him. Mesley on the inside. Oh, and Mesley, he did not get a clean run through on that. He did not have a clean line. Looked like he got caught up in some loose stuff and he had to brake. And it looks like Alex Langevin might have him on the inside coming up to the big tabletop. It's Langevin. Oh, beautiful jump by Langevin. Oh, and Langevin went down. An incredible endo coming down to the bottom of that tabletop. Mesley was able to pass him. Is Langevin okay? He looks like he's bottling. Is he going to get his bike up? Oh, what a warrior. Look at Alex Langevin. He's back on his bike. Let's see if he can get it started and get back in the race. Oh my, what a tumble for Langevin. He endoed coming over the big tabletop. Langevin looks like he might have lost a few spots, so we'll have to check our lap counter and see where he is. We're back with our leader, number 3, Blair Morgan, on his two-wheel Pro Action Kawasaki. He's been out in front since early on in the race when he passed Doug DeHaan, his teammate. He's riding a very comfortable race. He seems to have adjusted very well to this track. And for a rider like himself, when he gets out in front, I'll tell you what, the thing that you notice about him is he doesn't have to worry about riders in the back of the pack and all the crowding and the clouds of dust that are being thrown up, and he's able to ride a very confident and secure race. Mesley moves back into 4th place with Whipple in 3rd. So a great battle in the middle ranks here for these riders who need these precious points. We've stated before that it's a long season, but every race is important. Here we have a good look at number 26, Doug DeHaan, our rider in 2nd place, who's got about a 10-second lead on number 28, Jay Whipple. So DeHaan's just going to have to stay focused and keep concentrating and and ride a smart race. Let's put down to a smart race and keep the mistakes out, because this is where he could get bobbled in the corner and Whipple will be able to pick up some pace on him. Back with our leader, number 3, Blair Morgan, out in front with a very comfortable lead. You know, Blair's a rider from out west. He hails from Saskatchewan. And some of the tracks that they normally see out west are the hard pack tracks. Now you see the troubles that these riders get into, especially the front runners, when they get behind the slower bikes. You saw the roost that was coming up, the spray, the sand that's all over from the rider that's in front of him. Darcy Lang, who's been running up front, was not able to finish in the top 10 in the second race of the day, the first 250, and that might hurt him in his overall total. Just to give you a recap of our top 5. In 1st place, it's Morgan, followed by DeHaan, Mesley, Whipple, and Benoit Melot, who's riding a great race in 5th place. Here we are back with our leader, number 3, Blair Morgan. Two-wheel, Pro Action Walker Transport Kawasaki. Wow, look at him ride, smooth. Patented Morgan double jump. Didn't kick the ass end out, but he likes that style. Look at how fast he is coming out of that corner. Great line. That was one of the things that Ross was commenting on earlier on, that Blair Morgan is able to choose the proper line. It's not the same line every single time he goes around the track, and that's one of the reasons that he's able to pass. There he is, Blair Morgan kicking that back end out for the crowd. We just had word from our scorer that Blair Morgan has built up an 18-second lead on number 26, Doug DeHaan, so he's really put it all together here. We're back with this terrific battle for 3rd place. It's Whipple and Mesley. Whipple on the outside, Mesley on the inside as he slides in. Who's going to be out in front? Whipple takes a better line. He's now on the inside. Mesley goes inside. Great battle. They have jockeyed positions quite a few times here. Mesley in 3rd, then Whipple in 3rd. Beautiful ride by Whipple. Great defense. Mesley's on the attack, though. Here goes Blair Morgan. He's on his last lap, getting ready to take the checkered flag. Number 3, Blair Morgan takes the checkered flag on the second 250 moto of the afternoon, giving him a 1st and a 2nd and an overall 250 motos win for the day. Blair Morgan, two-wheel Pro Action Kawasaki. Now let's have a look at the race results for the second 250 moto of the day, the last race. How about that Blair Morgan? What a race for him. He led almost the whole race and really put it all together. Followed closely by Doug DeHaan, who had a terrific afternoon. But how about Darcy Lang, who did not have a great start but finished up 5th?